Sister Eunice, I know it's you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Let me quickly, because I know sometimes it might be to transfer from YouTube, might be a little bit difficult. Yeah, let me quickly go on the Facebook. Oh God, hey Yomi, Aberi, you guys don't see that? Can you all imagine? My husband cannot marry another woman. Can you believe that? Oh God, isn't that something? Oh God. That's a big one. Oh God. Hey. Rí pé ilé ayé yìí. Ọmọ ọlọ́mọ. Ọmọ ọlọ́mọ là á ṣá lọ́gbẹ̀. Now, wow. My people, my fellow woman. Now, wow. You guys won't be surprised that you see me this late. Can you imagine? I have to come out because of you. It's my bedtime. This is almost 1. It's quick one. I'm not going to be too long on this one, but I just want all of you to read what I wrote there. That is what Ooni sister said. For you who have joined me before I come live, you see, this life, it's something that I don't know what to say. As a matter of fact, I just don't know what to say. I don't know how I could put this together. You see, I was just reading, and I mean, like I usually do, and I saw this on the Punch. Then I'm like, let me see what is going on here. I saw that Ooni's sister, I just want to glance and see what she was saying. Probably she was saying something about Naomi, but when I read the headline, The headline says, this is what the headline says. The headline says, he really doesn't want to. He said, Ooni didn't like polygamy. This, what I'm doing now, I'm still going to repeat it one more time. I'm doing this as part 1, and I'm coming with part 2. Ooni didn't like polygamy. Circumstances forced it on him, said by Ooni's sister. My people, my beautiful people, my amiable mothers. Can you all just imagine what I read here? And after she said that, the interviewer said this to her, but I expect something else. What I expect is not the answer that she gave. I was even thinking probably she's going to say, well, if God brings it, nothing I can do. After all, this is where I'm coming from. My brother is in it. Something like that. But straight ahead, she did not hide anything. She didn't hide under a shadow. She didn't hide anything. She just said, this is what she just said that, as you said, when the interviewer, let me read what the interviewer asked her. Let me read that. Sorry. Let me read that to you. I will read that to you now. You see, this life, no balance, my people. This life, no balance at all. At all. So we can see any of Ooni family that will come out and say they don't love polygamy. So they definitely see what is going on in their brother's house, but they don't want it. They don't want it to happen to them, around them, or any of their family, any of their children, or they themselves. They don't like it. But their brother can do it, and they can support what their brother was doing to another person's child. When they ask him, is your husband also a prince? She said, oh, yes, it's from a light out, is from royal family. She said, my husband is from royal family. And they asked her, if the Lord turns to your husband and they choose him to be a king, then she laughed. When she laughed, I was expecting maybe she's going to say something, something funny, like, she would just say something funny. And then I said, then the next thing she said is, no, we were just talking about it. She said, as you said, the interviewer, as you said, your husband is also from a royal family in Ogun State. How will you feel? Can you all hear that question? The interviewer said, how will you feel? That interviewer already believed maybe she's going to put herself in someone's shoe. How will you feel? Can you all hear the question? How will you feel if the lots fall on his family and he becomes the next king? That's what the interviewer asks. How will you feel if the lots fall on their family and he become the next king? Then she said, do you know that the issue actually come up? We lost the Olowu of Owu. That is our late Oba in Owu, Abeokuta, because that's where I come from. We lost the Olowo of Owu in Abeokuta, Obasanjo town. You know, the issue came up and people were telling him, talking about her husband now. People were telling him that it was time for him to become a king. And I said, it was time to do what? Can you hear that question? It was, then she was asking her husband, Ipe, ó ti takoko fún ẹ láti ṣe kíni? It was time for you to do what? To go where? To go where? That's how she wrote it. To go where? Ó ti takoko fún ẹ láti di kíni? Then she laughed. Actually, I told him, if he thought he touched me, thought he touched me. This is the point that she touched me. What she said really touched me. Okay? And I actually told him, though on a lighter note, she said it on a lighter note, that if he becomes a king, I will be the only Olori, the only queen. Auntie Eunice, thank you. Good morning, my darling says. Good morning, ma. Good morning. I will be the only queen. ERAYE. Can you all see that? So none of Ooni sisters that like polygamy, they don't like rivalry, they don't even want their husband to be with other women. I will be if you become a king, I will be the only Olori, the queen. So she said, then she laughed. I told him that he will not marry another wife. Oh yeah, let's go with that. I told my husband he will not marry another wife. I don't believe any of Ooni's sister will say this. I never expect any of Ooni's sister to say something like this. So that means they know that what their brother was doing is not totally right and is not good for anybody. Because when we're saying that polygamy is not a good thing for anybody, many people will be saying, oh, because it's Oba. But now she was saying that if her husband become Oba, he would never marry another woman. But some people with their lost brain saying that because it's Oba, can anybody tell me that if her husband become Oba, can anybody tell me if she is going to allow her husband, or according to what she said now, she said, I told him I will be the only Olori, I will be the only queen, and you can never marry any woman. Is this how all these people fighting for Ooni will be fighting for that man? Would they allow anybody to fight for this woman's husband? Like, oh no, he's a king, he can marry as many as he wants. I just want you people to think of it. Because when we're talking about Queen Naomi, when we're talking about what happens to Queen Naomi in the palace, people will say, oh, you're saying what you don't know. You're lying. You're saying nonsense. Oba has right to marry as many as he wants. But this is blood sister to Ooni. Although many people will say, well, that is her own decision. That's how she felt. That's how she feels. She said what she don't want. But nobody wants polygamy. Naomi doesn't want polygamy, but even though she later realized polygamy will happen, will you guys tell me that this woman doesn't know polygamy is definite in the palace? Now, she said her husband is a politician man in Ogun State. So thank God the Oba I mean, another person become Oba. So the Oba does not fall into the king does not fall into their own, I mean, to their family. Another family win the Oba something. But as Ooni sister, I do not expect her. That's where you will see pé ọmọ ọlọ́mọ là ń ṣá lọ́gbẹ́ tí ò jiná. Ọmọ ọlọ́mọ là ń dégbò àdá àjiná fún. Is another person's child that deserve unhealing wound. Because this is unhealing wound for someone that just wake up in an early morning, early marriage, to be facing all this what Queen Naomi faced. Because people will say, oh, she did not sleep. She's still talking. She was still talking about Naomi. Of course. I was shocked when I read this thing. Like, what am I saying? Is any of Ooni's sister can say this? And if you all can see when the king just get into that throne, all the three sisters stays in the palace. They don't go home. They don't even go to their husband. Why everybody will be like, kí ló ṣe wọ́n? Wọ́n dé lọ sílé ọkọ wọn. Ṣé ilé ọkọ wọn ò ṣe lọ ni? Kí ló dé? Tábúrò wọn ò bá jọba ńkọ́? Kíní kan. They stays in palace. Ẹ wá rí nǹkan. Àṣélé ọba lọkọ tí obìnrin náà ti wá. Ṣùgbọ́n àwọn ò lè gbà. They can never allow their husband to choose another woman in their life. And even if you look their husband as at that time, you will see how their husband will be like, an ẹgbẹ́ man dẹ̀ ní, ọmọ adẹrú ìyàwó wọn ni. Ẹgbẹ́ man will follow their wife, but when they snap, they call them mad person. And let me tell you, somebody like this, her husband will go out there now and have a lot of mistress outside. But it's a pity that if anybody become a mistress to her husband, she's going to lose the battle. They can never win. And I'm not talking about, she said a lot of things like, we don't get favor from people. They don't render any help to us. Even if we need help, they think we are okay. We're sisters to Ooni. So for this, people look at us like we are in the higher level. We are okay. We have everything, because that's how your brother pronounce you people. Your brother let everybody see you as, top of everything. So why would you need help from anybody? Because you are all okay. Your brother is okay, doing good. But that's not what I'm here for. My concern is my husband can never marry another woman. If my husband become a king, I told him he can never marry another woman. I want you people to talk about it. I want you people to tell me something about this. Yes. I want you people to comment about it. I want you people to talk about it. Let's talk about it. If she's right about what she said, because according to how I felt, I believe so. This woman cannot call his brother at middle of night for them to sit down together and have a thorough conversation about all these things. Like, even if I chooses this for you, let's do it wisely. Let's be wise about it, and let's do it diligently, and so that we don't hurt anybody's feelings. This is how I would tell my brother. If anything like this fall into my family, this is the advice that I will give them. Because to me, I believe the sisters And if anybody were with me yesterday on the program yesterday when I said, Ooni sisters should stand for Ooni to be his mother, especially this one, Yeye one that said her husband can never marry another wife. I mentioned her name yesterday, that she should be the one that will sit right to monitor whatever that is going on his brother's, on her brother's life. But they all sat down, looking there, following all those women. Why? Anyone that have money, they will choose the woman to marry their brother. They will be okay for them to marry their brother because they were okay. They have money. They were this. They were that. But the prophetic one that will be with their brother and give her peace. Tara, I like him. Thank you. Hello, ma. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. I know it's too early, but I did a little like short video, but Sister Eunice, that's what you cause. You wake me up. You are the one that sat me down here. You know, to me, I believe they can sit down with their brother and call their brother Orulomo Yansoro. They can call themselves and talk to him. If they don't like what he is doing, if they do not support the polygamy. But to me, I believe they were very interested in what he is doing, and for whatever they were getting out of it, they were in support of what Kabisi was doing. But you see, they cannot allow that in their marriage. But they can cause someone's marriage. This life, no balance. I'm telling you the truth. This life, no balance. So people would do things. Django William is watching. Thanks for watching. People would do things without even thinking about it. And you know, one thing that I believe, Yoruba will say, Ti alo ba lo, abo ma n bọ̀. Oloyinbo will say, what goes around will surely comes around. What this woman just said now, I know the Egba man. Egba man will be quiet. But when they're ready to act, let's assume the man become a king. That's where this social media will never close at all on Ogunwusi family. Because Gbasgbos will be all over gbogbo. I believe so. Because somebody like her, she will fight, she will drag, she will do anything. Meanwhile, Egba, I thank God for her. But still, Shuke, we will all see the end. That's Egba man for you. They know how they play their game. Look at Obasanjo. When one woman, can any woman control Obasanjo? Even the first wife of Obasanjo. We should all go back to the story and read his story. As Obasanjo maltreated the woman, she still gave back to all the child that God gave her. You know? And Egba man, believe me, you don't trust them. Egba man, as she believe her husband, if she believe her husband doesn't have anybody, that's a lie. Especially being Oloshelu. If she likes, she can use Tepru to be monitoring her husband. I know that man will have concubine, especially seeing our brother doing all what he's doing. But they don't want that, whatever that fall onto any woman that their brother brings into that palace, they don't want that to fall on them. Can you all imagine this? Ṣé gbogbo wa lè ronú nǹkan yìí? Ẹ wo pain, unhealing pain ni fún obìnrin tó jí láàárọ̀ kùtùkùtù. For a lady that wake up in the morning Forced marriage is something that is so dangerous and delicate. Once you miss your first marriage in life, it's very, very dangerous and alerting. That is why I'll be in support of Queen Naomi, in which I believe God will support me in every way of my life. I don't pray for any of my child or any of your child to face anything like this. Definitely, Ooni family know very well. Our sisters know, Ooni sisters knows polygamy is no for anybody. Because when we're talking that polygamy is nothing but killing, nonsense. They will say, oh, it's Oba. That's our Solomon. That's our own Solomon. Which Yeye Solomon is that? Which can Yeye Solomon be that? When we say, una don't want something, but to feed do for another person's child. You see, people can be hurtful sometimes. When Naomi is still in that palace, you see, all of us watch the video, but we can tell that something is not right. We all have sense, right? I never see any friendship between these sisters and the Naomi. No. Probably they're doing it in the corner, but when they come outside, yes, so ma, with all this mess, I don't support Queen Naomi. No, Sister Tara. No. No. That is key point. No. No. Me too. No. I've already back up in that too. I back up because I now see a lot of pictures of many things. You know, I do a lot of investigation on that issue. I would never wish my enemy child to go through what Naomi went through in that palace. Never in my life. I'm saying my enemy. I would never wish any of my enemy child to go through what Naomi went through in that palace. She went through hell. Even if they dash somebody, even if they dash Naomi out as a slave, she does not supposed to be treated the way Kabiyesi treated her. Nobody does that. Now, none of Ooni's sister can accept their husband to marry or to have other wife. She did not hesitate. She said blue black that I told him, you can never marry another woman, another wife. I told him. Can you imagine that? Naomi was there. Ooni causes a lot of pains to her. Treated her like a trash. Maltreat her. Idayat Lawa, God bless you, my darling. Good morning. Treated her like a trash. Nobody does that to any woman in life. Being a little girl, you cross her at early of her age and you treated her that way. Naomi do not have any feelings of man in her life. Ojare ìyá mi Ìdáyà káàárọ̀ àkúdàájí, àdúrà wa gbà wá níṣe níṣòro. Yes, can you see that, Ìdáyà? Can you imagine the way they treated Naomi in that palace? Even if they dashed them, Naomi free. And somebody here was telling me, I do not have right to talk. Ìwọ tó bá ní mi ò ní right láti dá sí. Yay! Òru ni mo wà o. I don't want to curse o. I don't want to curse o. Because if I start cursing Arewa now, oh my God. If Arewa do not be careful, I will come naked and I will swear for her. on what they did to Naomi in that palace. So any of Ooni's sister can come out and say, my husband can never marry. It is very unfortunate that Queen Naomi carried a gold. Oh my God. She doesn't want to. She doesn't want to. She's been deceitful. She's been deceitful. Honestly, she's a child of God. God loved Naomi. God did not reject her. But you know, I believe in destiny. As I'm saying every day, I believe in destiny. I will never allow anyone to treat my child this way. Idaya, she cannot left that way. She wanted to left. She decided even before she gave birth to Tadenikawo, but her mother did right. Like we all would tell our child, like, you know what you suffer for, I want you to have something. And let's thank God that she have a child there. If she doesn't have anything, that means she suffer in vain. Ó kàn jìyà yẹn lásán ni. Gbogbo wa gbọ́dọ̀ kún fún àdúrà. A gbọ́dọ̀ kún fún àdúrà. Ọlọ́run gbọ́dọ̀ bá wa ṣe ọ̀nà Naomi ní rere. Ọlọ́run gbọ́dọ̀ bá wa tò ọ̀nà ẹ̀ ní dáadáa. Kò sí kankan, none of Ooni's sisters that want their husband to go with another woman, but their brother can hurt somebody's child. Their brother invites Naomi quietly, deceitful way, to get Naomi and bring her down there. I'm telling you this morning, you people see that Naomi stepped on that blood. She wasn't aware of it. Ooni told them there shouldn't be a camera when Ooni went to Naomi's family to pay for her dowry, that there shouldn't be any camera. They must do that codedly. To the extent they do not even invite anybody. Go and listen to Yezabod. That story Yezabod was saying, I have a lot of stories about them. That's why I said yesterday, all what the woman said, she is right and correct. Àjọkẹ́ Adé, thank you. Ọmọlọ́mọ ni àrùn bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ọmọlọ́mọ ló ṣe ránṣẹ́ dé torutoru. God will protect Naomi for us. Now to release Naomi, they hold on to it, and God will release their hand. Eledumare will release Naomi. You know, in the using yes, it's just like using Akintomiwa Fasholade Lawson. Thank you, Folashade Lawson. Thank you, Yami. Yes, they're using Ifa just to cover up. Like Ifa do not say that. No Siva that say anything about all this. None of our children will go through all what Naomi went through in that palace. Naomi is ready to leave. Amen. God will fight for our battle. Amen. Idaya, thank you. Thank you. You know, nobody, she wanted to leave, but her mother was like, have one child here, have one child here. Her mother persuaded her to have one issue. And thank God she gave back to a one child there. If she didn't have anything, my sister, my mother, we won't have mouth today. We won't have mouth, and Ooni does not even care. Juby, good morning, my darling brother. Good morning. Oh, okay. Okay, you are at school now. Okay. The Lord will be with you, Jubri, and the Lord will protect you. In the name of Eledumare, you'll be protected and saved. Thank you. Thank you, my dear brother. Thank you. You know, if Naomi does not have any child in that place, we will never have, we won't have mouth. What do we have to, we won't have anything to say. Even she will just, it's like labor loss. It will just be like labor loss. But thank God, God has blessed her with Tadenikawo. Tadenikawo tó máa dirun tó máa dìgbà fún wa lágbára Elédùmarè, tó máa dàgbà tó máa dògbó tó máa dògbó akíká, tó máa ṣoríire, tó máa lókìkí ju ti bàbá ẹ̀ lọ ní ti rere, òkìkí aláyọ̀, òkìkí ìdùnnú ní agbára Ọlọ́run. Can you imagine? You all, if you all could remember when Kabiyesi just get into that throne, all these three sisters will be going back and front. I don't even think they go to their husband. I don't even know. I was asking people like, do they have husband? Were they married? Or are they a single woman? Why are they parading the palace every day and night? They will be in the palace. They do not even give chance, no breathing space for Kabiyesi and his wife. It's all about them. Before anything, you will see them at the front. Before anything, you will see them at the front. Egba man. You don't lock Kolo. You don't put your hand. But Akuku know. Akuku trust you, Egba now. Especially Egba and Owu. I trust our man. I know how they can be quiet. They can be quiet, but their thing no they quiet. You see that Alele, you know they quiet at all. They sabiam, they know how to jump that their thing, that dingy thing under their two laps, between their two laps. They sabi how they roll it all around. But my pity is for whoever that become mistress for that man. I don't think she can gain anything. Only if she understands this family, where they were coming from, and she gets whatever she's going to get from that man. Gaskia, if not, ẹgbàgbé òṣì, mi ò rò pọ́n lè rí nǹkan kan. Nítorí wípé ara ń tà ń sọ nìyẹn. Wọ́n ní of course, people that doesn't want him to be king, yes, of course. It proves many things to us. Kabiyesi proved many things to us. But most of us were blindfolded. We don't see it. Instead of us to see what is going on and see how things is going, we start cursing ourselves. I'm not Yoruba. We are Yoruba. We should be protecting our Oba. We should be covering our Oba. Covering our Oba, hurting a woman like us. Who does that? Then I said, oh, it's dangerous, so because Oba o, ẹ fọba sílẹ̀ jẹ́ kó dára owó ẹ̀ fún mi. Àwọn nìyẹn Ọlọ́run nìyẹn. Àmọ́ so olóòótọ́ kì í kú sí kòkà. Ihun tẹ̀dá ò lè gbà ni wọ́n fi ń lọ ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ wọn. And I'm very sure for this woman, I don't think she will ever allow her husband's daughter. Yoruba with sentiment. We Yoruba, we are full of sentiment. Well, that's you, Sister Tara. Let me tell you, you see, I'm tired of my life self. Right here now, I'm tired. Because if I say something like, would this woman not come out and say something and give us example about herself? I'm not a complicated person, and I didn't come from a complicated family. But it's just unfortunate that things that is going on now, I came from polygamy family, which is large and huge. Like my own brother, blood brother. The next to me is my love. I love him so much. I think our mother made a mistake because we should have come in twins, as I love him. And he loved me too. I call him. I said, listen, I don't want to hear it. no two wife. He said, Auntie, mo ní kò lè ṣẹlẹ̀ o. Kò lè ṣẹlẹ̀. Tẹ́ bá fẹ́ gbọ́, mi ò ní sọ nǹkan tí mo ṣe ń bí nítorí òun gan máa ń join program mi. Èmi kẹ̀ mo ya tèrò ara mi pa pé two wife yẹn kò ní ṣẹlẹ̀ láyé. Iṣẹ́ tíyàwó ẹ̀gbọ́n ràn mí mo jẹ. And so I will do for my own son too. Nítorí pé when I looked at what polygamy did to me and to him in my family, oh Lord, Ojoojúmọ́, every day I always think about how I wish my grandfather do not have another wife. How happy we will all be in our family now, because that would be my mother's father, and she gave birth to only my father. Every day I assuming that you know there are a lot of problems in the family. We thank God, but hey, out of the good one, you will definitely see the bad one, and that bad one might be the crucial one that is so, so toxic, like nobody can control. And that one person, that buruku one, can cause the whole family, can ruin the whole family. But here we are. Yes, ìkànnì wọn. It's no go area o. Àgbàgbé olórogún polygamy is no go area fún ọmọ mi tàbí fún kankan náà àbúrò mi. Mo ní àwọn àbúrò ọkùnrin máa ń sọ fún wọn, polygamy is no go area. Even that my brother that raised me, my uncle that lives in England, that raised me there, I know what is happening in his family too. Being a musician, that one is even worse. A king, a musician, that one is even worse. You see, Omonimoto is the third part. That they want to marry as many as they want. I don't know the woman that married these people. I don't know them. Because maybe I'm not beautiful enough. Maybe that's why I cannot allow these people to come into my life. I don't know. But I just don't want it. I don't want anything like polygamy. Because due to my experience and due to many people in my surrounding that I've known or that I've seen what they went through. So how will I expect anybody? How will I accept anybody? How will I accept anybody that want to throw me into polygamy or want to throw my children into polygamy? This is what I'm saying here. Polygamy is no for anybody. Polygamy is a destroying a good thing. No matter how the engine was so strong, polygamy will crumble it. Why do we want to go for polygamy? Why do we want to choose it? I don't know. And that is why I felt pity for the new 24 years Olori that everybody were condemning like she's smoking something. We should all forget about whatever she smoked. That's her past. We should all focus on what her mother did to her right now. Because if they bring this thing, if she bring that, Kabiesi in and her mother said no, it's not going to happen. As a mother, I've been saying this many times, we should all know how to defend our children. If you say no and they said that's what they want, tell them you heard them, that's okay. Don't fight them, don't argue with them. Then you go back and act like a mother. You bring them to this world. You should know way to set them free from any bad things. Especially in a relationship. Relationship is not something that somebody will just walk into and start feeling pains, start having problems every day. No. Relationship is something that you want to be there, be happy, have a life, have a children with you and your husband. Happiness start growing, things start getting better and better every day. Because every good things will fall on us. But wherever we wake up in the morning, we wake up at night, it's always crying, sitting down, looking the wall, like, oh my God, my husband is not here with me now. I don't know where my husband will come in with me. I don't know where. You started feeling lonely. Irú lonely olóṣìwò nìyẹn. Ta ni mo ṣẹ̀? Ta ló kó bá mi? Tí n bá ní kinní lára rárá kí n mọ̀ pé mi ò tí ì rìn. If I don't have anybody, I will know that I don't have anybody. Why will I be in somebody's house and I will lack of my rights, lack of what I supposed to have, what I supposed to be sleeping with every day, and I will not say I'll be hungry of my food, the food that I'm supposed to eat with pleasure and laughing, smiling. I'll be feeling hungry for that. What kind of life is that? Who wants to be in that kind of marriage? Lord have mercy. In fact, I know you people are going to see more of this on the social media, because I was just reading that and I saw this article. I'm like, oh no, I must bring this to my people. Saying, I told my husband you will never marry another wife. Ṣé rí pé ibi tí ọ̀pọ̀ èèyàn ti máa ń fi ìgbọ̀nsẹ̀ yí rẹ̀ lára nìyẹn. That's how some people open their yansh to the world. Because yẹ fẹ́ gbọ́, ibi tí I know that man has his own concubine somewhere. And the concubine now will now stand still, like, you know what? And I believe that will happen in the mighty name of Eledumare. Yes, that will happen. Somebody will stand, as all those people were standing to against a peaceful wife in Kabiesi's life. And they cannot defend the people, the peaceful one in their brother's life. They cannot defend her. They cannot say anything. Look at Wuraola. Wuraola left because of all this concubine and some other things. So do Queen Naomi. She left because of all this. And because of the way Kabiesi treated her. Yes, this is the reason why she left. So, what are we talking about? What is the point of having an husband and don't enjoy the husband? What's the purpose of being in a marriage that you're not going to enjoy yourself? Talk less of, having a good life. Of course. Of course. What are we talking? Concubine masun lone. Egba man. I trust them. Sure. Abeg go. Make we no dey play with fire. When we're talking about Egba man, no play with fire. They no dey play at all. When it comes to concubine, they even chew that one as a gum. It's just like the chewing gum. Because they love good things. Egba man know how to choose. Olori. They know how to choose and they love good things. And they choose wisely. If you lay low and adhere to what they want, you will enjoy them. Especially if it is one that open hand, that is not greedy. Fẹ́ẹ̀kú. Wàá gbádùn ẹ̀ fẹ́ẹ̀kú. Ọlọ́run ọba ń gbọ́. Fẹ́ẹ̀kú. Oh my Lord Jesus. Ṣebí kíní yẹn ni. That woman right there, she's getting old. She's already old for that Egba man. And being Olóṣèlú, because she said her husband is a politician in Ogun State. Can any of politicians stay without having concubine? No, of course no. They will definitely have concubine. They can't do without it. Àwọn tó ń jẹ tí ẹran kan ò kí ń ká lẹ́nu. Oúnjẹ tó ń jẹ tó dáa jù láyé yìí kò ká wọn lẹ́nu. They will still go out and steal someone's food. No matter how they have their beautiful, you fill the plate with different kind of meat, they will still go out and tiptoe to steal someone's thing. They can't do without it. Not be oleshelu we dey talk. We dey talk about politician people, Nigerian politician. Abeg o, make we no dey dare them o. What? They will mess around with anybody. They have concubine like anything. Either they will pay him better or they don't pay him better. Those ones knows how to get them. And I pray that will happen. Yeah, I pray that will. Abasa de Bello, thanks for watching. Thank you so much. You know, it's just unfortunate. My husband will never marry another wife. Sister Folashade, I believe that's a joke because you will soon have one. So you can know how it feels. Victoria Debbie, good morning. Good morning, ma. Nice to see you too. Good morning. Good morning. God bless you. I never want to lose you. Thank you, my darling sister. God bless you. Sister Eunice, Sister Eunice calls it. I just said, let me just do a brief show. Like Sister Eunice just caught me like, no, you should come up. And then luckily, once I go to work tomorrow by 6 a.m., I don't come back until 10 p.m. tomorrow, you see. But thank God for Sister Eunice that caught me. Can we all imagine that? Who says that? My husband will never marry another wife if he become a king. Falsat Sheffield, good morning. Good morning. God bless you. Wọ́n ní ká fi iná jóra wa wò ká tó fi jọmọ ẹni. Cut your skin and feel the pain before you can cut somebody's skin. I believe these people do not put Naomi into their own shoe or put Wuraola into their own shoe. They just believe they feel better. You know, as like brother is carefree man, I believe they themselves are carefree woman. They don't care about anybody, but they care about themselves. Now somebody said Miriam is fighting them because she's not giving them money. Because òun ló fọwọ́ bà wọ́n jẹ́, mi ò mọ ohun tó ń wá nú ọkọ ni. Tó ṣe máa kó sí gọ́ì. Tó máa lọ kó adúrú owó tó yẹn fi fẹ́ ọkọ tó ní rí ìgbádùn. Èmi ò mọ ohun tó ń wá, èmi ò mọ ohun táwọn obìnrin yẹn ń wá. Sister Tara, not even talk about it. That will happen soon. Now she let us know. And I trust our mommy Tom and Gboro. They will definitely cut that man. Yes. I know one concubine must have read this. And she will be like, Oburu jekin lo taramu. As all those women have been taramu for Kabiesi to ruin somebody's marriage and ruin somebody's life. And cause somebody's pain. Yes. I will never allow my husband to marry another wife if he became a king. Can you all imagine that? Can you believe it? I can't believe it. That's why I couldn't sleep. I'm like, let me say this out because I can't hold it to myself and go to bed like that. We should all be very, very, very careful. Before I let go of marriage, I told myself like I will never marry any married man. If you are divorcee or a widow, I don't mind. But I want to know what you did to your wife, what happened between you and your wife. And this is funny. When man comes to me Better to be single than, yeah, to marry without having the man to yourself. Of course. You're right, Sister Tara. You're right. I interviewed a lot of men. Like, what happened between you and your wife? I don't know. These women of today, I don't think they have that question in their head, on their head. And this is the question that most of us reliable women and peaceful women should be asking. We should put them in exam. We should examine them very well and put a test in front of these people. Because I personally, I do ask questions like, what happened between you and your wife? Why did your wife left you? What happened? What is the relationship looks like? Kò sí bọ́n ẹ máa ṣe tán ní ìjábọ̀ sí ẹ lọ́wọ́ ọkùnrin. Wọ́n máa jábọ̀ sí ẹ lọ́wọ́. They will lie about it. They will put the blame on that woman. Don't you people remember when I told a story about one guy that I supposed to marry at my early age, not even early because I already have one child then. But I met him and we start our, I believe we both love each other, but he's a womanizer and I'm young. But I will fight like, I don't like this, I don't like this. And I will even use my own money to cook for him and his brother and his friend. When we get pregnant, I will go and terminate it. If I became pregnant, I will go and terminate it because I don't want to have a child out of wedlock as I did the first time. You won't believe me. When we agree on marriage, the day I went to him and said, enough is enough. At least we've had like 6 abortions. I'm done. I don't want to do it anymore. Let's come together and work things out. Yeah, that's good. We should be asking questions before we allow any man into our life. We should be asking questions. Thank you, Sister Tara. I enjoyed that. You see? Then she said, all of a sudden, around 4:30, somebody knocked the window. And I said, another girlfriend come again. He's like, leave me alone. Which girlfriend is that? You can go and open the door for him. Then I go to the window and I just peep like this. Then I saw an old woman. I told him, it's an old woman. He said, old woman? By the time he would get up and look at it, that become his mother. The woman came in just because of, his mother came in just because of what I was there for, discussing with him overnight before we slept. His mother told him, I need a woman in my house. I want my grandchild. I want to see my grand. And I was sitting in the living room listening to their conversation. He never mentioned my name to his mother or said something about me to his mother. This is how I just get upset and I just walk out, go to my house. As I get to my house, I pack my things, take a bus, and I just take a shut up taxi, go to my boyfriend or my friend in somewhere very far away. By the time I'll come back, he's been looking for me. The day I came back, it doesn't work anymore. Another man just came into my life. This is how the relationship was cut off. He came back to me when he saw that I'm pregnant. After 3 months, he was so surprised, like, what? Pregnant? Have you been dating any man as we were dating? I said, no. And he asked all my friends, they said, no. This is a new person in our life. But our first meeting together I became pregnant. And nothing I can do. I even want to go and terminate the pregnant just because of him. But I thank God Almighty. As I go everywhere, the doctor told me I'm not going to do this for you because it's too much. This is my own personal history. I'm telling you. What happened between me and this guy? After I gave birth to my child, may the Lord Almighty let her have her own child as I gave birth to him. May she give birth to a beautiful child in her life too. And all our children, all our daughters and son in the mighty name of Olori. He said, okay, just gather your things and let's go with the daughter. Let's go. I said, no, I'm not going anyway because I'm still breastfeeding my child. I can't. To cut the story short. Good morning, Abimbola Iyami. Good morning, good morning, good morning. To cut the story short, after 20-something years, this guy have to go, before, as I gave birth to my child, he also have to go and, talk to another woman. Etoniye Iyami, talk to another woman, and they both get together and pregnated each other. I don't know the story. I don't know anything. All I know is he got married because I've already gone on my own. Then at the time, we just connected together, talking to each other. I told him I'm going to America. He want me to come to Ireland. I'm like, come to Ireland. He said, you'll be taking care of my child. I just go crazy. Like, am I a nanny or babysitter? What for? What happened to their mother? Now telling me what goes wrong between him and their mother. Let me tell you what happened last year. This guy saw me on the Facebook and they called me back. Where have you been? I said, I'm here in America where I stay. I just came back from Nigeria. He said, you come to Nigeria? I said, of course. You don't ask of me, so why will I ask of you? He's like, okay, you have to go back together. And I know. And I said, now I'm a new person. I'm not a traditional woman. I don't do all sorts of things again. We become a friend. Do you guys know? Do you people know what this guy did? He has another woman that just gave birth to a child for him. And I saw that in my dream. Not even so, I consult my Oromela. I made the consultation and I saw everything and I called him and I told him, you married to somebody and the person, you're going to have a sex with somebody recently and the person is going to be pregnant with twins. He said, oh, no. I said, okay, what about the one that that gave birth to your child? He said, oh, no. One day, as we were talking, a child crying, and I said, oh, whose child is that? A cover-up. Then, if he asks me for something, I will give him. I do it out of free mind, not to gain anything. But he thinks I'm stupid. He was even telling me, I know you have soft spots. You can't wicked any man. You can't wicked anybody. Then he told me he's coming to America. I'm like, if you come here, because I'm fond of my house, I don't want anybody to disturb me. I can wake up at any time and practice whatever that I want to practice in my house. He said he will come. Do you guys believe this guy is lying? He's a big liar. Then one day I wake up, it's like somebody waked me and told me to go to the mirror and start putting curse on him and forbid him that he should never look back on me for the rest of his life. It's like somebody wake me up and told me to go to the bathroom and be looking at the mirror and be saying everything that they asked me to say. That's what I did. And the next day, I just pick up my phone. Oh, before that, after he was on sick bed, he told me he didn't have money. He didn't have anything. I have to told him to go back to the hospital, and I paid for the hospital bill and everything. I even sent somebody from Abeokuta to go there with agbo herbs and cook for him so that he can have something to eat. You know what the guy said after the next day? He said, I do not see all the ladies now. Nobody call me. When I'm okay now, they will call me. I said, go and look for them. A week after, I called him to ask, how is your body? Are you now okay? Then a lady pick up the phone and start talking. Let's go to church, yo. We have to get to the church in time. Then I say, oh, sorry. Oh, your wife is with you. He said, oh, no, I'm just lying and lying and lying and lying. My point is, let's assume, because I know him before and we come back and I have mind in it that, oh, we're going to come back and marry it again. That's how it's going to disappoint itself. Even here in Chicago, where I am, he has somebody that is dating. There is a lady who called on my show one day. That lady did not know that I know them together. That's one of his girlfriend. He's a bastard idiot. This guy that I'm telling you, one day I'm going to mention his name here to the world, for the world to know who he is. But I do not have anything with him. I thank God, because I told him, if you come here, I don't have punani you can put rubbish into. My punani is locked. They already locked it. My body is now spiritually. My body is full of spirit. I'm a spiritual woman. You don't pour any nonsense into my body. Latifa call me good morning. You know, men can lie to kill people. And this is what has been happening recently last year to all those late beautiful ladies that died in their marriage. Look at the Chief Justice of Lagos State. He lied to that lady before the lady went to commit suicide. Carol called me, Latifa, good morning, my darling. What about the one that jumped in the river at Lagos? The same thing. So what are we talking about? If Naomi was not lucky to have everybody around her, sorry. Oshokomi, thank you. If she didn't have anybody to support her, where would she be for now? Where would she be? How is she going to take care of her son? Emma did not see me because Uncle Similori. How will he concentrate on his son? How will she take care of his son? Or her son, whatever. I don't even care anymore. Because when I'm upset, I can't comprehend. This word is alone is irritating, is upsetting me. I told my husband he will never marry another wife. And your brother keep marrying every day and night. Your brother hurt somebody's feelings. You allow all those women to cost a life in an early marriage. But you don't want it. And you don't want it for your own child. My dear sister, I'm not going to lie to you. It's coming back. It's coming to you. Don't even believe it. It's coming to you. You might not like it. Naomi don't like it, but it happened. So shall it be with you too. It's going to happen for you. Madam Shade, it's going to happen to you. Ẹ kú ojú lọ́nà. Ẹ kú ojú lọ́nà. Ẹ̀yin náà máa rí. Ẹ máa jèrè yẹn. Èrè yẹn Olúwa gbọ́dọ̀ pa mi pé kárí. God should serve it equally. And I believe God will serve it equally. Adéọlá bá mi mẹ́kẹ́. Èmi rè yẹn o. Èmi rè o. Èmi nìyẹn o, ìyá mi. Mo dúpẹ́ o. Àmì àṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àmì àṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ẹ káàárọ̀ ma. Good morning, ma. Good morning, ìyá mi. God bless you. I told my husband he will never marry another wife. That's a joke. Your husband will marry more than one. Don't even have that in your mind. Because he's an Egba man. For him being an Egba man, he would definitely marry. I miss you too, Lati. Don't worry, I will see you people in New York very soon. Don't worry. Thank you, my darling. Yes. Something will push that man. Oh, the woman that will come after that man, that will get that man, will raise up this morning, will wake up this morning and start working on that man by the mighty name of Eledumare. Sister Shade Ogunwusi, ẹ kú ojú lọ́nà. Ẹ kú ojú lọ́nà. And it's true. Okay, let's see. And it's true. That might have happened. That she doesn't know. Yeah, that might have happened. I believe so. I believe so. Ó lè ti ṣẹlẹ̀. I'm talking about a bad man. I trust them. They are so perfect in that. Gba ẹ lọ òwú tiẹ̀ ọmọ gbọ́ Fọláhùn sílẹ̀. Fọláhùn sílẹ̀ á yanjú rẹ̀. Á yanjú rẹ̀. Á tó egunlé láà fi tò. Á là tò báhùn. Bá a bá ṣe tò báhùn náà láà ṣe. Báhùn lẹ máa gbọ́. Bó bá ti ń do ní báhùn yẹn ẹ gbàgbé. I know them. But it's a pity. Naomi, the Lord will bless your way. The Lord you're serving will never forsake you. And he will never leave you. The Lord will uphold you, will lift you, and will give you more strength. Báwa o ìyá mi Àjọkẹ́, báwa. Báwa. Bóun bá wípé ń gbà òun Yorùbá pé òun kò gbà. Nǹkan mìíràn ti dére yẹn. Wọ́n bá pa àwọn kẹ́ ń gbà òun yẹn bá gbà yẹn. Iṣan máa ń gbà tán. Naomi, the Lord is your strength. The Lord is your strength. And the Lord will never forsake you. Ní agbára Olúwa. Ní agbára Ọlọ́run. I don't know why I pick interest on Naomi. But I believe probably ever since in my life, I hate a man to cheat on their wife. And I don't like being maltreat a woman. I don't. I don't like any man to disrespect me or disrespect any woman. I don't. Maybe that's why. But I just look at Naomi, where she is coming from. Let's assume is Onisheshi like me. Probably I might not be touched this way. But for the fact that she's coming from where she's coming from to join us, and we maltreat her. We treated her the way we treat her. We gave her what she did not expect. We never let her accomplish her mission. Probably that's why my spirit picked on her. But funny enough, the first day that I set my eye on Naomi, I just love her. So I love Kabiyesi. The day I saw her, I'm like, wow. But seeing Kabiyesi and Naomi together, I was so happy. It's me and one of my friends. We're looking at it. We're calling each other like, did you see that lady with Kabiyesi? Did you see that? Omo. But we did not even expect anything like this. No. We never expect to see things like this in that marriage. Ẹ̀yin ìkà èèyàn ẹ lágbára púpọ̀ o. But agbára yín ò tó t'Ọlọ́run. Ègbé ni fún aṣebi àti fún iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ ẹ̀. Ègbé ni fún ẹ̀yin ìkà obìnrin àti fún iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ yín. Olúwa kó san yín lẹ́san. Olúwa kó san yín lẹ́san gẹ́gẹ́ bí iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ yín àti wá yín. Olúwa kó pín yín lérè. gbogbo ohun tẹ́ ẹ ṣe fún Naomi. Kò wá ń ṣẹ̀yìn lẹ ṣe bí kì bá ṣe kábíyèsí bí mo ṣe ń sọ lójoojúmọ́. Kábíyèsí ló ṣílẹ̀kùn ẹlẹ̀, kábíyèsí ló ta Naomi fún yín. Kábíyèsí ni ò nífẹ̀ẹ́ Naomi tó. Kábíyèsí ni ò nífẹ̀ẹ́ Naomi tó. Orí mà tó bí o. Ọmọ tí kì í jáde tí ò rìnrìn kùnrin lẹ rí yẹn. She's not a wayward girl, but ẹ wo ibi tọ́rọ̀ náà já sí. Kì í ṣọmọ tó ń rìnrìn kùnrin, kò ń ṣọmọ tó ń ṣèṣekúṣe. Ẹ wòran. Tó bá jọmọ tó ń rìn gbòòrò ayé tó ń rìn títì ni. Ẹ wo Tóbi tó ń rìn gbòòrò ayé. Níjọ́ tí n bá máa sọ orúkọ tí kábíyèsí ń pe Tóbi fún yín, gbogbo yín lẹ máa lanu. Orúkọ tí kábíyèsí ń pe Tóbi tó padà wá ń gbé pọ́n tó ń gbẹnu síra wọn lẹ́nu gbangba yẹn. Níjọ́ tí n bá máa sọ orúkọ tí kábíyèsí ń pe fún yín, ohun tí kábíyèsí lòun ń ṣe fún àwọn ẹbí Tóbi, níjọ́ tí n bá máa sọ fún yín lórí bíbá yìí, ẹ ń lanu ni. Èyí ọmọ tí ò ní ronú yẹn, anyway kò sí bó ṣe fẹ́ mọ̀. Ṣé mọ̀ pé kábíyèsí láìkí kó máa sọ̀rọ̀ ilé ìfẹ́lẹ̀, sọ̀rọ̀ ilé ìfẹ́lẹ̀, sọ̀rọ̀ ilé ìfẹ́lẹ̀. Bí mo why tó wá jẹ́ ibi tán kù sí yìí, torí ibi tán kù sí yẹn ò dáa rárá. Yes, so all the yeyes are always in the palace. Even though they live in Lagos, because like this Shade said, she lives in Lagos. I don't know how they make it to Ife every day, all the time. Not on ìgbà tẹnu ń kùn wọ́n. Tó di pé Naomi ò sí ń bẹ̀ mọ́, àìbókù sátàkì Naomi má sí ń bẹ̀ mọ́, láàkín fi bẹ́ẹ̀ rí wọn palace mọ́. They were all at palace every day. Well, inú mi dùn pé àwọn náà ṣì wà nílé ọkọ. Àwọn ọmọ wọn náà dẹ̀ máa lọ́kọ. Ṣé mọ̀ wípé àwọn nǹkan kan máa ń wà. There are some things that doesn't go straight, but it goes around in the family. Probably it might not be them direct, it might be their children, that all this work Kabiyesi were doing will backfire on them. But I know somebody is going to pay for this. Kabiyesi mi máa ṣe pé nǹkan tẹ́ máa ṣe ni mo máa ń sọ. Àǹtí yín mà ló bá kọ́ bọ̀ mí lẹ́nu. Àǹtí yín ló kọ́ bọ̀ mí lẹ́nu. Being married a Egba man and saying she is in control of the man. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, Sister Diola, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. A ṣèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀, arúgbó ṣomidan rí. Yes, we will all feel the same way I felt. I mean, we've been in the age of Naomi some times ago. So, you know, but for Folashade Ogunwusi saying she's in control of her husband, that's a lie. Something will push your husband to a woman, that the woman will take over. Yes, as those women come and take over Naomi in your brother's house, in your house, Shade. Yes, Yeye one, in your house. Ever since I've been talking on this issue, I don't think I've ever said anything against them other than they do not take care of their brother very well, which I did it for yesterday. Yes. Sorry. But for what I say, I just have to come out and talk about it. Like, who says that? My husband will never marry another wife. That's a joke, I believe. I believe that's a joke. That should be a joke. I don't think she's serious about it. I don't think so. Ẹ máa wo èyí tó dúdú gan tó sanra tó wà láàrin wọn yẹn. Ìyẹn máa lejú báyìí bí ológun ni, bí wà tẹ́ kó fẹ́ gbé gbogbo ayé ṣánlẹ̀ ni. Lẹ́nu ìjọ́ mẹ́ta ni mo ń rí táwọn àti Tóyìn Kọ́ládé, mo site èèyàn kan, mo take picture wọn báyìí. ni mo rí tán side tán fẹnu kora wọn létí pẹ̀lú tó ń fi wọn introduce obìnrin yẹn sí Kọ́ládé ìyẹn Tóyìn Kọ́ládé yìí wọn á gbẹnu síra wọn létí ní Tóyìn Kọ́ládé mo rò pé ẹ̀sìn lẹ̀ ń ṣe ṣé tó fẹ́ gbélé yìí náà fọba kó fẹ́ kọ́bọ fọba torí kò kí ń pẹ́ bóyá yẹn ti lọ China lọ kọjá lẹ́ẹ̀mélòó kan ó ti lọ Turkey ó ti lọ rajà bí ẹ̀mélòó kan gbogbo ṣéǹgì tó bá fi tajà ńbẹ̀ á máa lọ kó fún wọn èyí tó sanra yẹn ló mú yẹn dání wá tó á máa ṣùgbọ́n tó yẹ pé ó máa gbé gbogbo ayé mi báyìí ẹ má bínú mi sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ o ṣé ẹ gbọ́ nǹkan tí mo sọ. ọmọlọ́mọ ló ṣe ránṣẹ́ dé tòrutòru ọmọlọ́mọ là á ṣá ọgbẹ́ àìjìnà says Ogunwusi family Ooni Adeyeye's sister. That's what she said. My husband will never marry another wife. It's 2:00. Can I go now? Can I go and sleep? Can I go and sleep? Now wow. Sister Eunice, can I go to bed now? It's after 2 here. Ẹ bá dẹ̀ jẹ́ ń gbé dàárọ̀ ẹ gbàgbà mi màmá ṣiṣẹ́ dalẹ́ mà lọ́la mà ni. Ó ga o, ẹ̀yin ìyá mi bàbá mi. Àwọn ọmọ wa ò ní ṣìrìn o, àní dààmú o. Ọ̀rọ̀ wa dayọ̀ lágbára Ọlọ́run ojú òní tiwa. Àní ṣẹlẹ́yà. Ìbànújẹ́ ò ní kàn wá. Láṣẹ Elédùmarè. Lágbára Ọlọ́run gbogbo àwọn ọmọ wa náà máa yan rí o. The Lord will bless their way. The Lord will choose for them. They will never mischoose. Lágbára Ọlọ́run. Being a boy, being a girl, they will never choose the wrong person. They will never go wrong way in anywhere they step in their marriage. Especially marriage is something that is very delicate these days. Very delicate and fragile. So we mother, we should continue working so hard to support all our children and lead them in the right way. I keep saying this every day. Please, let us support these children. Let us talk to them whenever they want to start dating or they've been dating. We should try and know who they were dating. We should be involved and be prayerful. In any way we want to pray for them, let's go and ahead and do it. They should live peaceful life and a comfortable life. We don't want them to fall into wrong hand person. We don't want them to mischoose. We don't want them to fall into wrong hand. Please, let us be all over them while they were trying to involve themselves in a relationship. Let us be part of them. Let us stand for them. The Lord will lead us and support us to put them through. The journey of life is not something that is easy. And if we all can go back, look back to our own generation, consider to this generation is very, very fragile. It's something that we don't have to play with. When it comes to our children, we have to be prayerful. If I see anything that is going on in my family, in my children's life, trust me, and you can all tell because I've said many of my stories to you. I'll bring it out, I'll share it with me so you people can tell me what to do. If you have anything that is going on about your children, say it out. We don't have to be ashamed of anything. We should all gather our hands together to pray for these children. We have to. We should do it together as a mother, as a peaceful mother, lovely, sweet mother, a mother that wants the best for their children, Let us come together and join our hands together in support of our children. I beg all of us in the mighty name of Eledumare, all our children will never mischoose. They will never go in wrong way. In the mighty name of Eledumare, I pray to God Almighty to lead us and be with us and help us. And so shall it be. Amen. I thank you all for joining me. I thank you for being part of me today. As you are going out for your daily bread, the Lord will save you. You will go safely and come back safe in the mighty name of Eledumare. No calamity shall befall on any one of you in the name of Eledumare. You shall all go safe and come back safe. The Lord will be with you, and all of us that will be working at home, lágbára Ọlọ́run, àní ríjà àná, àní pàdé àgbákò. Ìjì ayé ò ní gbé wa lọ, àní ṣẹlẹ́yà, ojú ò ní tì wá. Gbogbo àwọn ọmọ iná máa ṣoríire. They will all prosper in the name of Eledumare. Wọ́n máa ṣoríire, wọ́n máa níláárí. A máa nífọ̀kànbalẹ̀ lórí wọn, a máa jẹun ayọ̀ láṣẹ Elédùmarè. Nínú ìgbésí ayé ìyá Naomi, ọba òkè á bá mi tún àyíká inú ilé obìnrin náà ṣe, á bá mi ṣe dáadáa fún obìnrin yìí, á bá mi tún gbogbo ohun tó ń jẹ́ ròyìnròyìn nínú ilé ayé ìyá Naomi, lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Naomi, lórí àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀. Elédùmarè á bá mi sọ di ìdùnnú fún. Ọba òkè á bá mi sọ di ìdùnnú fún. Á bá mi ro láṣọ ìdùnnú, á bá mi ro láṣọ ògo, aṣọ ẹ̀yẹ tí ọba òkè ti rú arábìnrin tá à ń pè ní ìyá Naomi. Ní agbára Olú Ọlọ́run Elédùmarè, ayé ò ní fàya mọ́ lára. Aṣọ yẹ ò ní daṣọ ẹ̀sín, kò ní daṣọ ẹlẹ́yà lágbára Ọlọ́run. So I pray in the name of Elédùmarè. Àṣẹ. Good morning to everybody. And I will say good night to okay, good morning here too. This is after 2. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you for joining me. Sister Eunice, thank you. I did my part. Thank you on Facebook.